So the learning objective for this video is to be able to determine the equation of a line in point slope form given 2 points. This is the second video that you're supposed to have watched. If you haven't watched the other video, which is the same objective but using slope intercept form, please stop now and watch the other video. But for those of you that have already watched that, we're going to be answering questions that look like this. Determine the equation of a line in point slope form containing 5, 1 and 7, -3. Okay, so to do this, the first step would be to determine the slope. You're given 2 points, so you can determine the slope. Pause the video and determine the slope of the line. All right, so slope is the change in y over the change in x. So we're going to subtract our y values and subtract our x values, which gives us +4 over -2, which results in a slope of -2. Now that we have our slope, and we've been given points for the line, step 2 is simply to write the equation of the line in point slope form by substituting the slope and one of the 2 points. Pause the video and try that out. Okay, so point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where m is the slope and x1, x1, y1 is the point. So we have two options here. Our slope is going to be -2 either way, but you could have either used the point 5, 1 and gotten this equation, or you could have used the point 7, -3 and gotten that equation. And both are correct because they actually both will describe the same line. We can check that by taking these two equations and converting them into slope-intercept form and seeing if they are equivalent. So try that now. Pause the video and convert these into slope-intercept form. All right, so if I distribute my -2 and then add 1 to both sides with the red one, I wind up with slope-intercept form of y equals -2x plus 11. And if I do the same thing to my other equation, I also get y equals -2x plus 11. So they have the same slope, they have the same y-intercept, they are the same line. So why don't you try it out? Take these and determine the equation of the line in point slope form. Pause the video and I'll list answers afterwards. All right, here's answers. Either form is correct. The most interesting one out of these would be the second answer for number 3. You'll notice that if I use this point, the x value is 0. So in point slope form, we have x plus 0 in parentheses, but x plus 0 is just x. So we wind up with y minus 5 equals -6/7 x. And that is determining the equation of lines using point slope form.